Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Jesse's treehouse from Minecraft Story Mode. Here are the houses from all of the angles that you might want to take a look at it from, and in those pictures you'll notice that I have also done the interior, which I will be also showing you guys how to make on this very rare occasion. This was a very hard video to put together, guys. It was very difficult for me to actually figure out how the treehouse looked and what's actually inside. It actually took a long time to actually put this together, so I'd really appreciate it if you could leave this video a like. I just really would. I'd really appreciate it, guys. I honestly would. But that is pretty much everything. That's enough begging for likes. Without any further ado, let me show you how to make this thing. It's actually really simple. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some spruce wood, some oak wood planks, some oak wood slabs, cobblestone slabs, dark oak wood stairs, oak fence, and some spruce wood planks. And for this part of the tutorial, we will also need some ladders, grey wool, red carpet, wooden trapdoors, and some oak leaves. The inside will require a lot more materials. We'll be grabbing those later on. Don't worry, I haven't forgot that we're doing the inside, it just needs a load of stuff. So once you have all of this, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, the base of the treehouse, the trunk of the treehouse, looks very much like this. And we're going to begin our build by placing 3 spruce wood in a row on the floor. 1, 2, 3, like that. We're then going to take the left spruce wood, and in the ground we're going to do an up left diagonal, followed by an up right diagonal. We're going to go right to a bottom right diagonal to connect everything together. So that's what we want to have. That's the shape. On top of every single spruce wood here, we want to add 12, 13, 14, 15, that sort of number depending on how high or low you want the treehouse. I'm going to be adding 12 on top of every single spruce wood, but you can add more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then make sure absolutely every single other spruce wood has been elevated up to that very first level, so make sure every single spruce wood is as high as the others. You can make this treehouse a lot bigger, you can make it smaller, it's up to you. Jesse's treehouse really isn't that high off the ground, so I thought that I'd make a nice solid number coming off the ground, about 13 blocks for me, but as I say, higher, lower, completely up to you. Now, once you've got that sorted out, this is what we're going to be doing next. So, we want to take the center of the trunk. So this is, imagine this is the center, right guys? This empty block right here. I'll place a cobblestone, right? What we want to do is on top of this block, we'll place another cobblestone, right? And then we'll place a cobblestone to the right of this. We want to place a layer of oak wood planks that goes all the way around the cobblestone in a rectangular fashion such as this. Like that, right? We want to grab the red carpet, and we actually also need the wooden trapdoors too. We'll destroy the cobblestone, and we want to replace the cobblestone with trapdoors. We want to place red carpet all the way around on top of the oak wood planks. We then want to add an additional layer of oak wood planks going all around the wooden trapdoors. So like this, going all the way around the wooden trapdoors, like this. What we then want to do is we want to add a row of oak wood planks on the left hand side of what we've just made. So we want to extend it to the left by 1 row. We then want to add a row of oak wood planks in front of our shape and behind our shape. So we want to have something which should look like this. We want to place a red carpet in each one of the 4 corners of the oak wood planks, like so. We then want to grab our grey carpet, grey wool, and we want to place a layer of grey wool going all the way around the oak wood planks. So just place it going all the way around the planks like this. You don't have to be shy about it. Just place it going all the way around like that. We then want to add a layer of grey wool on the right hand side of the build and also the left hand side of the build. So we want to place it on the left and the right to give us an effect that should look like this. We now want to, using our grey wool, we want to place a row of grey wool in front of the build that extends from where one red carpet is to the other red carpet, like this. So you can see we've extended that shape out in front of the build. We want to do the same on the back, so one red carpet to the other red carpet. So we want to have an effect, once again, that should look exactly like this, and that is absolutely perfect. So here is where things are going to get a bit complicated to explain, but I'll try my best. We are looking towards the back of the treehouse now, which is that way. That's the back of the treehouse. The way that you can tell this is that if you look down, you'll notice that the two wooden trapdoors are slightly to the right and not the left. You can see there's more wood on the left than there is the right. This is the back of the treehouse. So on the back of the treehouse, we want to begin by placing an oak wood plank in this position. You can see how the oak wood plank relates to the red carpet and also the wooden trapdoors. It's just one block from the end of the row of grey wool that you placed. We want to extend it out to the back of the treehouse by 1 using the cobblestone. And we want to extend that cobblestone across the treehouse by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the first and fourth blocks and extend them up each by 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Connect them together at the top using cobblestone slabs. This is the effect you're looking for. We want a similar effect on the front of the treehouse, although we'll do that in a moment. So, we want to, starting from the original oak wood plank, we want to go right of it with the oak wood planks by 2. 1, 2. And then we want to add 2 rows of planks on top of those 2 planks. 1, 2. We want to have a row of spruce wood directly to the right of that row of oak wood. Like this. And it specifically wants to face upwards. We want to then diagonally have a row of spruce wood that is once again the same size as the previous row of spruce wood, wrapping around the right hand side of the treehouse. Like this. We then want to, starting on the left, place a row of oak wood planks directly next to the cobblestone window, as I said, on the left. We then, moving left and inwards diagonally, want to place a row of oak wood planks that is equal to the row that we've just made. We then want to place spruce wood next to that on the left, like this. And then we want to place a row of spruce wood that is once again equal to coming inwards to the left diagonally. So you can see that we kind of have an equivalent deal going on both the left and the right. Let's focus on the front of this a little bit. So switch your gears to looking towards the front of the treehouse, which is of course this. This is the front of the treehouse. This is a little bit trickier to mark things out, but I'll do my best. So, in relation to the red carpet on the front of the treehouse, we want to, leaving a gap of 1 between the carpet and where we're going to place this block, we want to place an oak wood plank block in this position. We then want to extend the oak wood plank upwards by 2. 1, 2. Place a row of oak wood to the left of that oak wood, and then place a row of spruce wood to the left of that. We then want to have a row of spruce wood that sits 1 row inwards diagonally to the left, kind of like that. We then want to, coming outwards to the right from the row of oak wood planks, we want to have a row of cobblestone that comes up from the row of oak wood planks. It comes to the right diagonally. This will poke out the front of the build. We want to take the bottom cobblestone and extend it across the build by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend that fourth block up by 2. 1, 2. Connect it together at the top using cobblestone slab. And then take this row of cobblestone and place a row of oak wood planks directly to the right of it. Then extend it inwards to the right by using a row of oak wood planks, like this. Then place a row of spruce wood directly to the right of it, once again upwards. Then, one more time, we want to place a row of spruce wood that comes inwards diagonally like this. You can then connect the right hand side and the left hand side of the treehouse together, like this. You can connect the left hand side and the right hand side together. You can connect the rows of spruce wood together using oak wood planks. It's as easy as that. So connect everything together, and once you have done that, you'll end up with something that should look like this. Absolutely perfect, guys. We've done a good job so far. Okay, so now that that is sorted out, we can start adding some more detail to our treehouse. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to, on the outside of the treehouse, underneath every single oak wood and spruce wood block, we're going to add another oak wood and spruce wood. So this should, for the most part, conceal the grey carpet that we have going all the way around the build. So you can see you want to have an effect that should look similar to this. But here's the problem. We want to, underneath the windows, we want to destroy the grey wall that we can see, and we want to replace it with oak wood plank. This is only underneath the windows. You don't have to do this anywhere else. So underneath the windows, destroy the grey and replace it with oak wood planks, which will allow us to do this next bit. So we want to grab our dark oak wood stairs, and we want to place a row of dark oak wood stairs that goes all the way around the top of the treehouse in a rectangular fashion. So basically, you're just going to go all the way around the treehouse, and you're going to place a rectangular row of dark oak wood stairs going all the way around it like this, connecting all of the spruce woods together at the top, and you'll just end up with something that should look exactly like that, which is absolutely perfect. We now want to grab the oak wood fence, and we want to place a row of oak wood fence in each one of the four corners of the treehouse, connecting both rows of spruce wood together. So connect each one of those rows of spruce wood together in the corners using the oak wood fence like this. We also need the oak wood fence to do this next bit. So we want to add a row of oak wood fence to the left and right of every window. So that is to the left of the oak wood planks and to the right of the cobblestone, like this. That is, I believe, the front of the house, and if we come to the back of the house, we want the same thing. So a row of oak wood fence on the left and right. You might be wondering what the significance of that is. Well, we now want to grab the oak wood slabs, and we want to place a row of oak wood slabs directly underneath and above the window like this. And the row of oak wood slabs wants to come as far as the spruce wood. It just doesn't want to touch it. It wants to come as far as the spruce wood, and you can see that's the effect you're after. We want the same deal on the front as well, because I believe this is the front of the treehouse. We want to have a row of oak wood slabs on the top and also the bottom, so in front of the stairs at the top and just below the window at the bottom like this. Next thing we're going to do, I know there's a lot of steps here, guys. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to fill in the roof of the treehouse. And I believe that we might actually use, shall we use, no, we're skipping a step here. Actually, no, we're not. So what we're going to do is we're going to use spruce wood slabs to completely fill in the top of the treehouse. So fill in the treehouse roof using spruce wood slabs like this, and this will provide a base for us to actually build the roof upon, because the roof itself is it's basically just a series of like oak wood fence and a few stairs, so we do have to build upon it. So we want to have something which should look like that. Next, we want to, using the oak wood fence, we want to place this formation of fence in every corner of the roof. It wants to basically, we want to place 3 fence around the corner of every corner. So you leave the corner block alone, but every single other formation around the corner, you want to place 3 fence like this. So like I said, every single corner, you want to have this. Quite simple. Then, you want to, moving inwards from every single one of the inner oak wood fences, you want to place 3 oak wood stairs. So, 1, 2, 3, like this, and 1, 2, 3. And on the sides, it might actually be a little more. I think it's actually a little less. We want to do 2 stairs coming on the sides, 1, 2, and 1, 2, like that. But on the front and the back, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And on the sides, once again, 1, 2, 1, 2, like this. We then want to connect all of those together, every single one, using dark oak wood stairs. So connect every single one of those together using your dark oak wood stairs like that. That is absolutely perfect. Now, once again, and this is where the spruce wood would have came in, we want to fill this in, the top of the roof, in using spruce wood slabs or spruce wood planks. It doesn't matter. It's just that the previous part of the roof, the inner part of the roof that you'll actually be able to see, I'd recommend using slabs. So we're just going to have this. Now, to finish off the roof, we're going to use oak wood fence, and on the front of the house, we want to have a row of oak wood fence that goes from left to right on the front of the house. The middle three fence want to each be extended up. These are in line with the dark oak wood stairs. We want to extend the most left and the most right oak wood fence inwards by one row. And on the back of the house, we want the same. So we want a row of horizontal fence. The three middle blocks are extended up, and then the end blocks are extended inwards, like this. This will give us something that should look exactly like that. And believe it or not, that is almost the exterior of the treehouse complete. That's a lot of it, guys, believe it or not. That's a lot of the treehouse done. Next part is going to be doing the inside a little bit, because the leaves are the last thing we're going to be focusing on, but of course there will be leaves on the treehouse. So the entrance of the treehouse, I have made it so that if we destroy the very front center row of spruce wood all the way up to the top here, or you don't even have to do it all the way up to the top, and if you place a row of spruce wood, I do believe you have to place a row. You don't even have to place a row, actually, the way that I did it. Then if you place a row of ladders coming all the way up the center of the inside of the tree, then you should be able to access the inside of the treehouse very, very easily, like this. Now that we're going on to the inside, I'm going to get rid of absolutely every single block, and I will be grabbing, hopefully, everything that we will need for this next bit. So let me grab everything and I'll be back with you and I'll show you what you'll need. Okay, so I might have missed a couple of materials. I'm not sure until we actually do this. I'm sorry if I do, but what we should need is this. These are all of the materials that we will be starting off with. To begin, we'll grab the brown shulker box, jukebox, chest, light blue banner, torches, armor stand. I'm carefully going to put the pumpkins in there so I don't put one on, hay bales, and some paintings. We'll be using everything. Absolutely everything that you see in the inventory right now, so you might want to take this chance to grab everything that you see. Now, what we're going to do to start this off is we are going to face towards the back of the treehouse. It's easy to tell which way the back is now because it will have an oak wood plank block in the corner of the window, whereas the front does not. So, we want to, above the oak wood plank block, place a light blue banner. We want to, on the ground, in the center of the window, place a chest. Leaving a gap of one to the left, place a jukebox, followed by a brown shulker box, and above that, a light blue banner. We want to, moving right around the room, we want to, right of the banner, the lower half specifically, place a torch. We want to the right of the torch, on the ground, place an armor stand facing inwards like this. Chuck a pumpkin on the armor stand. On the right wall, diagonal to the pumpkin stand, we want to place two hay bales coming towards the front of the house, with a painting one row above the right hay bale, leaving a gap of one. Specifically, we want a single painting. So I'm just going to place two hay bales here, and I'm going to have a single painting like this. I believe that the right painting tab, I think, is the yellow small painting, but I'm not being picky. So, leaving a gap of one between the hay bale coming towards the front of the house, we're going to need... I put a pumpkin on. I knew that had happened. We're going to need bookshelves, oak wood stairs, purple banners, brewing stands, flower pots, blue orchids, red beds, signs, and redstone lamps, or we might need a mix of that. And we're going to place a bookshelf, leaving a gap of one, like that. Above the bookshelf, a purple banner on the wall. We're going to place an oak wood stairs right of that. We just need to chuck a torch above the seat. We want to place two bookshelves coming up from the ground right of that seat, with a brewing stand on top of the bookshelf. Extend the bottom bookshelf to the right by one, and place a blue orchid in a flower pot inside of the shelf. we want to place a bed to the right of everything that we've just made, snugly in the corner. Above the lower half of the bed, we want to place a torch coming out of the wall, facing this way. And right of that, we want to place a painting. Specifically, a 1 painting. So, once again, I'm just going to force that. And I think that's actually the right painting. I think there is only 1 painting in Jesse's treehouse. That one is it, I think, if I remember correctly. So, right of the oak wood plank block that is above the painting, we want to place ourselves a bookshelf. On the bottom front hand corner of the window, we also want to place a bookshelf. Right of that, a bookshelf. Above that, we want to place a painting, a single painting, preferably. Once again, let's just here, single painting. That's the wrong one, but it's fine. Right of the painting, we want to place a torch. Right of the torch, we want to place a redstone lamp. In the ground, right of the lamp, coming forwards towards the back of the house, we want to place 2 bookshelves with a green wall in front of that. Above the green wall, we'll destroy the oak wood plank block, and right of it as well, there's a window on the treehouse. We want to place redstone on top of the bookshelves and on top of the green wall block. Leaving a gap of 1 coming right, we want to place, let me make sure that I've got all this right, we want to grab ourselves a furnace, we need chests, jukebox, and a purple banner. And we want to place them in pretty much that order. We want to place a furnace with a purple banner on top, off of the wall, and we want to place a chest with a jukebox to the right of it. And last but not least, on the wall, we want to place a torch up left diagonally from the brown shulker box. This is most of the treehouse complete. You can see it's looking very nice. But there is one last thing to do. Jesse has some seats in here, so using oak wood stairs and signs, we want to make seats. Actually, we will also need one more material that I forgot. We're going to be grabbing the grey carpet in a sec. And we want to, on the front of the treehouse where we have the bookshelves, we want to place an oak wood stair here in this position in the center of the window, leaving the gap of 1, with a chair coming outwards diagonally to the left and to the right. And wherever you can, you won't be able to do this on all of them, you want to place a sign creating more of a chair like this. You won't be able to do that on every single side because they will conflict with each other, unfortunately. But yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the inside of the treehouse. It looks really cool. It's as close as I could get. I don't think I've missed anything. It's possible I have. I'm sorry if I have. If you think I've missed something, if you know I have, build it yourself. I'm sorry to say that, but you're just going to have to add it yourself. Next, the last thing that we have to do is, other than perhaps like make the inside of the treehouse look a little bit nicer, maybe like place some like spruce wood here to kind of like cover up any sort of holes that we have, and if we place one on the right as well, that might be good too. And if you even, I'll make the entire base of it spruce wood as well, then you can see that we don't have much more to do. The only thing that we're going to be doing now is we will be using the oak leaves. And the oak leaves are going to allow us to create a nice shape going all the way around the treehouse. This is going to take a lot of messing about, but a good place to start is directly under the treehouse. If underneath the treehouse you just add a layer of oak wood leaves, then it's going to, like I said, it's going to be a good start. So I don't have a concrete solid tutorial for the leaves. I didn't really make plans for these. You're going to have to mess about with these until you're happy. But the leaves actually come out a fair distance, and the leaves themselves actually cover up the windows to a large extent. So you might want to make sure that the leaves don't connect at the corners, and you're going to want to make sure that they come out far. So far enough that you'll be able to cover the windows with the leaves. So, you know, start off with a shape like this. I'm not going to do all of this though. And then once you have the right shape, once you are actually like one row ahead, outside of the actual treehouse, you can begin to extend the leaves upwards and downwards. So like you can extend the leaves upwards one row like this, going all the way around the treehouse. It doesn't have to be perfect because the leaves on Jesse's treehouse are actually, you know what, they are surprisingly perfect on the treehouse. They're not so random, but we're not aiming for that. So something like this, and then add like maybe a layer below. And we're just going to have these leaves fill out. So we're just going to fill these leaves out a little bit. And we're going to want to create a bit of a shape in the leaves as well. So the leaves, once we have kind of like this halo of oak leaves going around the treehouse, we want them to kind of like, we want to give them a bit of shape on the sides especially. So we kind of want to extend these sides upwards and downwards, and we kind of want to create patterns in them, kind of like similar to this. You can see that that's pretty decent. The way that I did that was I just took, I knocked one block off of the row of the leaves on the top and the bottom. Then I took the center of the row, leaving a gap of one all the way around. Then I extended it outwards like this. That's a pretty decent pattern on the sides. On the front, the leaves are a bit wavier, and I mean, they want to cover up the window some, so maybe like this, and then maybe like do a similar sort of deal on the underside, but maybe change it a little bit like that. That looks quite good. So on the front, maybe like cover the window a little bit, like this, like that, and then underneath come one row inwards like this with your leaves like that. And that's quite a lot of leaves. If you want, you can kind of like connect them on the corners if you want. That looks okay, I suppose. And you can even like fill them in underneath. You can make them connect to the center of the tree. But I'm not going to be doing that in this particular video because it's a lot of leaf adding. Basically, keep messing with the leaves until you're happy, until they look good. And here's an example of how I would want the leaves to look if I did them. So let me show you the original. I think I nailed the leaves. So here are the original leaves. As you can see, it's a similar sort of deal to what we were messing with. It's a lot of shape, and it's just a lot of messing about with the leaves. They're very, very neat. You might want to go for a neat look, or you might want to mess about with them just a little bit. But you can see this is what I've sort of went with. I've covered the windows. I've made sure that they've come down a little bit. I've not even filled the under half of the leaves in. But this is the sort of shape that I would highly suggest going for. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your leaves don't have to look like mine. Yours can differ greatly. It's up to you how you want to do them. But I think they look quite good like that. But ladies and gentlemen, that's the treehouse complete. You're on your own with the leaves. I've gave you some tips and some tricks that you can use to kind of like fill in around the treehouse with the leaves. Whether you manage to do that, I hope that you do. I'd strive for something like this because I think this is pretty close, and I think that looks good. But this is a tutorial. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. It was hard to make this video. It really was. It's so difficult to see what is actually on Jesse's treehouse and inside the treehouse. It was so hard. I actually had to play the game to get it done and have a bit of a look around in the actual game itself. If you wouldn't mind, also, if you do like the video, please do subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, click the little bell next to the subscription button, and that'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. If you want to see something else specific made in Minecraft, comment down below, whatever that might be. And check out the card system in the description below for all of my other builds that you may or may not have seen in the past. And in the future, check out the card system. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. I hope you like this build, and I'll see you guys in the next video.